So it is Superb Owl Sunday, and no, that's not a pronunciation mistake. The Superb Owl is tonight, Patriots and Rams, and I thought I'd do a little Q&A here before the game started. Of course, many of you will watch this video probably well after the Super Bowl is already over. But if you're watching it before Super Bowl, if you're one of the people who are watching it before the game starts, give me your prediction. Who do you think is going to win, the Patriots or the Rams? My heart says the Rams, but I've learned in the past never to doubt Tom Brady. So my head says the Patriots, my heart says the Rams. Anyways, let's answer your questions here from the Twitter. Twitter.com/Emperor Big D. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, these questions, of course, are randomized to a degree. So they're not first come, first serve. It's whatever Twitter shows me first. It doesn't really make any sense, but I'll answer as many as I can here on this Q&A here Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, whatever. Jacob Larson, would you be happy if there was a return of Prince of Darkness Majin Vegeta in the manga? The M symbol actually standing for mortal. No, I don't want Majin Vegeta to ever return. I think that storyline is done with. Dragon Ball GT once again made Vegeta evil because of Baby's possession of him, and we've already seen copy Vegeta. So I don't want any more evil Vegeta, so to speak, storylines in Dragon Ball. I think we're done with that. So no. Now, if somebody else became a Majin, a different character, like, I don't know, Jocko, I have no idea, or maybe even Beerus. Wouldn't that be a crazy story if he somehow became a Majin and it turned out to be Moto symbol? That would be pretty cool. But M stands, of course, for Madoshi or Majin, whichever one. But it could stand for Moto. It could get retconned into that if Toriyama approves it. Do you think they'll add Charlotte to the WrestleMania match? I really hope they don't. As of right now, the plan is yes, Charlotte will be wrestling Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey in the three-way at WrestleMania. That could change, but as of right now, that is the plan. Already answered this question. I actually answered this on Twitter as well. He says, how do you feel about Gogeta letting Frieza go? The scene right after he was invading the planet, talking about the end of Dragon Ball Super Broly, and I thought it was dumb. Yeah, why you letting him go, bro? Like, I'm glad he's alive, but, you know, apprehend the damn guy. Didn't keep coming. So, if the Ram beat the Patriot, not Del Wilkes on LIII, would you consider this a bad sign esoterically? There's so many inside jokes here, I can't even answer them on here. I discussed my old podcast there. Okay, here we go. If in Dragon Ball Super Broly, Golden Frieza holds his own against Broly for a substantially longer length of time than both Goku and Vegeta, does that imply Frieza is currently stronger than either Goku or Vegeta, not including UI? That's a great question, and what Lazulski's talking about is that in the movie, Frieza ends up getting beat up by Broly for about an hour. He doesn't really hold his own for that long. I think Broly's just pummeling him for an hour because fusion fails 2 times in a row. Now, this is one of those logic versus comedy arguments. Logically, does that mean Frieza's more powerful than Goku and Vegeta? I think he definitely, within the confines of a logical story, it would imply that he is definitely having more stamina than Goku or Vegeta. Or, you know, the fact that they would be gone for such a long time, knowing that Broly was a danger, you know, it's a little weird. But that being said, you know, Whis was there, so I guess they weren't totally worried about it. And again, that goes back to my whole thing about how gods being friends with mortals is making the drama a bit low in Dragon Ball, because if Whis is always there to do them favors, or Zeno, well, where's the drama? Now, that being said, you have to look at it from this perspective. It's a gag scene. That whole scene is played up for comedy. It's not meant to be taken seriously, and thus, I hate to say this, but I'll say it. You gotta throw logic out the window when it comes to that scene. The comedy there is that Broly beat up Frieza for an hour, and that's supposed to be funny. So, it's a joke. Are Sheila and Lemo Sufurujins? No. I can answer that right now. They're not. So, no, they're not. And are you expecting Toriyama to write a story bringing back Sufurujins? Do you think he would reboot Broly or just be a new story? Or reboot Baby, he says. You asked me several questions, and the answer is I hope that he does, and I think I would be okay with it. I'm not expecting it, though. What if the WWE had their own anime? How would you react? It would probably suck because most of those, like, WWE animated movies are usually trash. So, How do you feel about the characters in Dragon Ball Super getting introduced, but we don't get much further development from the past and their respective arcs? Kaba, Hit, possibly Jiren. I really want a Sadala arc, but I feel as time goes by, we aren't going to get one. I think we will eventually. I really do. There's too many unresolved plot threads there. I don't like that. It's true. They introduce characters, and we really don't get a deep dive into their past, but Dragon Ball hasn't, and that's not really something new for Dragon Ball. I mean, what do we really know about like Yamcha and Krillin? We know a little bit about them. We don't know anything about their family history or anything. Toriyama never goes too in depth on characters past, except for like Goku and maybe Vegeta, Broly. The side characters never get that. So we know enough about Jiren, I think, to shape his character. Whether it be interesting or not, it's up to you. It's up to a matter of opinion. But Hit and Kaba, I think, do deserve more backstory. And this question right here is kind of a follow up to that. Which characters would you like to see get their own little special, like Bardock and Trunks from any universe, even Universe 7? Universe 6 Saiyans for me would be cool. No, and that's what I'm saying. I've said that several times. I think that it would be great if they had like a Hit movie, a Pride Troopers movie. Like, they could totally set up a Dragon Ball cinematic universe where you have stories in different universes and then they all come together in a big, arc or another tournament of power. Hopefully not a tournament. I want something different. An arc involving multiple universes, an actual galactical conflict like what Heroes is doing, except in Super. When do you think Super will make its return, and what do you think the animation will be like? I think it's going to come back in 2019. The latest is probably early 2020, but I doubt it. And what do you think the animation will be like? I'm hoping it's good. I mean, it'll be better than the old Super or the previous incarnation of Super. No, I don't think we're going to get purple-haired Sandy. Look, I'm sorry, CVR, but you asked multiple questions. I got to get to some of the other questions, too. Everybody has to be fair, Jacob Hancock, when it comes to the new Dragon Ball Super series, but thank you for sending your questions in. I'll probably answer them on Twitter after I get done. Would you like an adaptation of the Broly movie or just a continuation from after those events happen? Would you like them to keep the new art style? Love the videos. Keep up the great work. I actually have a video coming out with Jax Blade on that very topic, so look forward to that in the next few days. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll drop it soon. Austin Long 1639. Also, since the start of Super, is Vegeta not considered the main character like Goku? Since everything has been Goku and Vegeta's show since the end of the Buu arc, he is definitely the second main character. I mean, it is Goku's show, but he's without question the second main character. With Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball was pretty much all the Goku show. With Dragon Ball GT, it was Goku and Pan. I mean, it was really their story throughout all the arcs. With Dragon Ball Z, though, for the first, I'd say, 3/4 of Dragon Ball Z, Goku was the main character and Gohan was the main character. You could even say Gohan was, at some points, as important as Goku, right? If not more important at one point in the series. And then when the Buu Saga started, it kind of went back to being Goku at the end, even though they tried with Gohan and Goten and Trunks. So that's how that series worked. But with Super, it's definitely the Goku and Vegeta show. Hamza Adriz, old school subscriber, when Goku said he thought he was reaching his peak and then Broly showed up, was he referring to UI or just SSB form? I think he just meant his overall power. Because, he wanted to get stronger based on the inspiration of the multiverse, how powerful the other characters were that he fought in Tournament of Power. So I think it's more so in general he wants to improve himself both in Super Saiyan Blue and if he can get Ultra Instinct again. Are you hoping for a PewDiePie ad for Mr. Beast? I don't even know. I don't get the reference. Okay. I'm gonna answer these. It's too many questions, but I want everybody to just ask one question so it's fair. But I'll answer some of these. Favorite transformation of Dragon Ball SS2 Gohan. Favorite anime Dragon Ball. Favorite Western cartoon probably The Simpsons. Seasons 1 through 10, if not TMNT. Batman the Animated Series and X-Men. Those are my favorites. What other anime do you like besides Dragon Ball? Yu Yu Hakusho, Ranma, One Punch Man. I like My Hero, so I like those. Which arc of DBZ do you think Goku had the most character development? In DBZ, the Cell Saga. Well, yeah, I'd say the Cell Saga because he passed the torch. In Dragon Ball, though, it's definitely, to me, Um, the Baba saga, the 22nd Budokai Baba, that whole arc, I think he got the most development. To me, the Goku is Rams, Broly's the Patriots. I don't know what this is about. Do you think there'll ever be new footage of Avengers Endgame? I mean, well, you mean where there will be during the Super Bowl? I think so. I hope so. He asking about commissions. We'll talk about that some other time. I'll take a look at your stuff later. Is there a way John Morrison can escape beta category? No. Okay. He says, which Dragon Ball character do I want to meet? Well, they're not real, but if they were, either Roshi or Champa or Beerus or Whis. All right. How did you first get introduced to Chris and Sean? Chris Sabat and Sean Schemmel. With Chris Sabat, I first got introduced to him through a mutual friend when we did our interview 3 years ago. That's right, I interviewed Sabat 3 years ago here on Geekdom 101. And Sean Schemmel I met at KamehamehaCon. Then we talked, and we talked a lot, and people were saying good things about me to him. People in the business were saying good things about me to him. So we're cool now. I guess he's my friend. I would say that. I would say he is a friend of mine as much as I respect Chris and Sean greatly, and I think it's mutual. I don't pedestal them or treat them like anything like there's these gods. They're just regular dudes who have a job to do, and they happen to play two great characters. So just remember that they're all human like we are. Uzoma Iwagwu, will you do a video on Gohan versus Toppo? I don't understand the context and the reason why. You have to give me more information on that. America or GOAT? I don't get this. I see Patriots or Rams. Duh. I'm stupid. I said earlier in the video my prediction on that. What's your favorite China super? Not addressing Vic Mignogna on any video whatsoever unless we actually get something. I'm not going to address it right now. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not addressing it right now. Do you think Goku will attain a form greater than Ultra Instinct? If so, what would you like to see transformation? I've said it. Like, you must not have watched my live streams, and that's okay. I don't want any more transformations in Dragon Ball. Would you rather have all the new DB stuff, or would you rather see a reboot of the anime from the actual beginning, not just Z, with fixed pacing, fixed plot holes, and consistent animation art? I think we're going to get both, but I like the new stuff. I'd rather take the new stuff. Do you think Hit will ever be as powerful as Jiren or Broly? Whatever Toriyama wants. He got very, very strong fighting Goku the first time. He seems to improve himself when he fights like the Saiyans do. So there is a very good chance he's going to come back stronger than ever. Will you ever get back to watching Naruto? I'm sure I will someday, but I just don't have time right now. Budokai Boy, is it true that if you are killed by a demon, you can't be wished back with the Dragon Balls because your soul doesn't go to the other world? It's been bothering me for the longest time. Well, your name is Budokai Boy, and if you're a fan of Dragon Ball, then you should watch Dragon Ball, because the answer is in Dragon Ball, and the answer is yes. If you are killed by a demon, you can't be wished. No, it's not that you can't be wished back. It does say that your soul is in purgatory and does not move on. Yes, that is correct. That's what they said in Dragon Ball, and it was retconned literally in the very next arc. Maybe I'll do a video on that someday. Where to watch the game? I don't know where you can watch internationally. Should the humans like Krillin, Master Roshi, and Tien be more relevant? No, they had their time in the Tournament of Power. It's time to move on to new characters. Do you think they'll involve the Z fighters like Gohan, Piccolo, 1718, Krillin, Buu more even after the Moral arc? Do you think they should also have a Universal Conflict arc? Yes to the second one. The first one, I hope that they do. But not everyone. I think some characters don't need to fight anymore. I think Tournament of Power should have been it for them. You see, look at all these questions. I can't answer all these questions, dude. Like, I'm sorry, you can't abuse this. Everybody gets a fair amount of questions. Will the Bears ever win the Super Bowl? I can't predict the future. Would you be interested in WWE doing intergender matches? No, I do not want to see that. Do you think Sonic can hold his own in a fight against Goku? It depends on which Goku and which Sonic. Do you think Broly over time could replace Beerus as the next god of destruction for Universe 7, since we already asked Goku and Vegeta and they refuse? Do you ever see a scenario where two gods of destruction fuse using Potara? First question, no, I don't see Broly being a U7 God because he has no control. That's just not going to work. I mean, we know that. He can't do that job. He doesn't even like destroying things, only when he's mad. Do you ever see a scenario where two gods you fuse using Potara? Maybe. In the future. So now that Toriyama has confirmed that Gogeta and Vegeta are equal in power, no, that is not what Toriyama confirmed. A magazine published by Jump stated that the two fusions are equal trump cards. And that is not a statement from Toriyama, it's a statement from that magazine. If you want to put stock in that, that's up to you. That's the big argument, because some people don't like that statement, others do. But that is not from Toriyama. I want to clarify that. It's from that magazine, from Jump Magazine. If you want to put stock in the editors there, that's fine, but that's not from Toriyama. What are some theories you have for the Moto arc? I think they're going to lose to Moto and have to get help from other people somewhere else in the galaxy. Maybe even the gods to at least get, you know, maybe knowledge or something. Okay. Hardcore Hector, last question here. I got a question. Why doesn't the E pull the trigger on Braun? Is it an Undertaker situation where they know he's Papa, so he doesn't need the belt, or is some issue against him? Talked about this in the recent KLB. They just don't, from what I understand, they just don't view him as champion. He'll probably eventually get the belt and have like a not a very good run with it, I don't think. But the problem is that he's kind of a wacky gimmick. He's kind of a cartoon character, and they usually don't put the belt on cartoon characters. But I think they had their opportunity to give him the title, and I think they kind of botched it. I think he's lost a lot of steam lately, and I think he'll continue to lose steam. You know, hopefully not, but that's the way I see it. Anyways, that's it. Hope y'all have a great Super Bowl Sunday. If you don't care about American football, that's fine, but I'm here to answer Dragon Ball questions. So thank you so much. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon.